can feel when a leader is being authentic. This is from Margin Call. It documents the 24 hours before the 2008 stock market crash. Sam Rogers has to tell his team what is coming next. Part of it is going to be scripted by the organization, and part of it is going to be authentic. We're going to break down what makes that authenticity so powerful.
Thank you all for coming in a little early this morning. I know yesterday was pretty bad, and I wish I could say that today's going to be less so, but that isn't going to be the case.
What he has just done there is something that's called the Stockdale principle, where you recognize the severity of a challenge, you don't sugarcoat it, no false optimism, and then you work through what needs to be done to move forward. And so that is a mark of great leadership. I wish I could say it's going to be better today. It's not.
Now, I'm supposed to read this statement to you all here, but why don't you just read it on your own time, and I'll just tell you what the fuck's going on here.
He could have read through that statement very corporate-like and hit all of the checkpoints. But instead, he says, you just do it on your own time. I'm going to tell you what's actually going on. It is a mark of authenticity. And when a leader does that, the whole team sits up. They lean in and take notice, because he's speaking from his heart and just being genuine.
I've been here all night, meeting with the executive committee. And the decision has been made to unwind a considerable portion of the firm's holdings in several key asset classes. The crux of it is, in the firm's thinking, the party's over as of this morning. There's going to be considerable turmoil in the markets for the foreseeable future. And they believe it is better that this turmoil begin with us.
As he's expressing this, he's making it very clear that he does not hold these same positions. We can discuss what that does to the dynamic of the larger organization. But in his team, it signals to them, our manager's not on board with these decisions. He knows that they're difficult, doesn't agree with them, but he still has to do them. There can be discussion of whether or not the way that he is presenting it is the most helpful. We're not going to dig into that in this particular episode, but that's what he's signaling. I don't agree with these things, but I'm being forced to do this.
As a result, the firm has decided to liquidate its majority position of fixed income MBS today. These are your packets. You will see what accounts you're responsible for today. I'm sure it hasn't taken you long to understand the implications of this sale on your relationships with your counterparties and, as a result, on your careers. I have expressed this reality to the executive committee, and they understand.
Right here, you can tell a shift in tone, a shift in energy. It's not so much that he's being disingenuous, but he's just getting into the kind of corporatese. They're like, all right, let's get into this. As a result, he's checked off the boxes, and we're starting to feel maybe a little bit less authentic with his communication. Now he's going to say, hey, here's what the bone that we're going to throw to you, because you're basically destroying your own job and your own career.
If you achieve a 93% sale of your assets, you will receive a $1.4 million one-off bonus. If the floor as a whole achieves a 93% sale, you will get an additional $1.3 million apiece. For those of you who've never been through this before, this is what the beginning of a fire sale looks like. I cannot begin to tell you how important the first hour and a half is going to be. I want you to hit every bite you can find. Dealers, brokers, clients, your mother if she's buying. And no swaps. It's outgoing only today.
So now this is just logistics, right? We've left kind of the emotional aspect of it, and we're just into logistics. Here's how we are going to work through this.
Obviously, this is not going down the way that any of us would have hoped, but the ground is shifting below our feet. And apparently, there's no other way out.
And here is where he's about to get real. See if you can notice the shift in the atmosphere. He does three things here to change the dynamic. He has gone from standing to sitting. Now he's not looking down, domineering. He's down on their level. He's with them. He's saying, we're in this together. He takes off his glasses, and that communicates, let's just have a chat. I'm not being professional here. And then he leans in. All three of those components, no words are spoken, but it shifts the energy in the room. And now we're gonna have a real talk.
Guys, this is obviously a very, very unique situation. If we are successful today, we will have been successful in destroying our own jobs. I cannot promise that any of you, all of you, some of you will be repositioned within the firm. But I can tell you that I am very proud of the work that we have done here together. I've been at this place 34 years. And I can tell you from experience that people are going to say some very nasty things about what we do here today and about what you dedicated a portion of your lives to.
What he has done in that short monologue is to bring the team in. This particular series is looking at the leadership of these individuals, not evaluating whether the choices they made were right or wrong. There are other places you can go to get commentary on that. But what Sam is doing here is incredibly powerful in leadership, to come down and talk with his team. Sits down, takes off his glasses, leans in. That sigh, it's like dropping all of that corporate facade and to say, hey, I'm just a person, and let's talk human to human. That just brings the group together. Say, let's just talk about this. And he says, I'm incredibly proud of the work that we've done here. He appreciates what's transpired, the effort that everyone has put in. And so you can notice this incredible shift from going through the corporate checklist to now this very intimate conversation. And in the next words, it's all gonna go back to the corporate script.
But have faith that in the bigger picture, our skills have not been wasted. We have accomplished much, and our talents have been used for the greater good.
Wow. That's painful. So as soon as he says, but have faith, he steps out of all the authenticity he had before. He stands up, puts the glasses back on. He's back into this corporate persona, and he talks about the greater good. Maybe, I don't know. Even he doesn't believe the things that he's saying, but it's just maybe the next right thing to say, I don't know. And you lose all of that authenticity. So as you're talking with your team, as you're interacting with them, especially in group settings like this, how do you want to come across? Do you want to come across as the checklist corporate person? Or do you want to come across as somebody who is with them, who's supporting them, who understands the struggles that they have, who's proud of the work that they're doing? There can be a place for both, but what we see is that those who come and be with their team authentically and genuinely, those are the teams that develop healthy, high performance. When we're just checking the boxes, man, we can see through all of that. Either that leader doesn't believe what they're saying, or they're so full of themselves that they can't see what we're doing here. There's not the support. And so this week, look in your own communication. How are you communicating with your team? Do you have that genuine authenticity? Can you let your guard down? Are you able to share where you're growing, challenges that you're facing? So this week, look for ways that you can be authentic and genuine with your team. They'll notice it. They'll be able to tell, and your team is going to be better for it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you never miss another episode. If you have a TV or movie character that you would like me to analyze their leadership, just drop that in the comments below. This series on Margin Call came from your suggestions, so keep those coming. And until next time, take care.